Welcome back to Broken Sword. So, I just figured before we go and, check the patients and all that, we should just, for thoroughness sake, talk to all of these people again about that, blood pressure thingamajig.
Oh! No.
Oh.
What? Yeah.
Because why not? Oh.
See you later.
Maybe they didn't even program that in because they didn't expect anyone to be this thorough. Could be. We'll see.
Excuse me. Look
No?
what
Okay.
Nurse Grendel gave me, sir.
Ah, yes, very good. I'm glad to see you are carrying it with you.
Great.
Thanks for... Hi.
God, he's so loud when he talks to her.
Oh.
What? Nothing. Oh. Oh, and I can go here. Oh, same place. Okay. So let's check in
This
on
guy
this
didn't
patient.
look sick to me. He didn't have spots or stitches, and he certainly didn't have a fever. Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
You better believe it. Do you know what this is?
It looks like plaster.
Good job.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, Doctor. Who is it?
A cold-blooded killer. Do you recognize this red nose?
Doesn't that belong to Boissy?
No. I found it in a sewer.
He's a clown, you know. You wouldn't think so to look at him now, would you?
Have you any idea what this is?
No, Doctor. I wouldn't even like to guess.
No way.
Come on. Who cares? He might have a, heart attack or something.
Do you know what
It's
this
fine.
tool is used for?
I'd rather not, Doctor.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
I'm not really a nightclub man, Doctor.
Have you heard of a guy called Merlin?
No, Doctor.
I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor.
Oh.
It's my job.
Maybe I should have used the gem first.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Oh, okay.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
No, Doctor.
What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
But I've been here for 3 months.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
Sorry, guy.
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no complaints.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say that,
I'll come back later.
maybe she is a bit too disciplined, but she seemed like a pretty nice person from when you spoke to her. And I guess we can talk to
Hey,
this guy.
Benoit!
Yes, sir?
Here,
this thing.
take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something.
What? Okay.
Does this
Not me.
Yeah, I've spoken
follow
about
me,
him.
Benoit?
I'm right behind you, sir.
Pardon me, nurse.
We...
Well,
Thank you.
okay.
Oh.
I wonder if I can set this guy loose on this
Hi.
old man. No, I
I'll
cannot.
come.
Alright, I guess we're just going to see, the dude.
You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
Get him to do it.
Will you keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
Wait, what would
I'll keep quiet when you've taken my blood pressure.
have
properly.
happened if I
I have
didn't
to see Jacques
take it?
Marquet first.
How come he gets preferential treatment? It's because he's got money, isn't it?
I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder.
Wait, so if I go here again, he's just gonna say, "What about my blood pressure?"
You haven't
Oh
finished
my god. Jesus. Guy, come on.
Will you?
Well, I guess I'm getting
Hey,
this guy to
Benoit.
take his
Yes, sir?
blood pressure. Yep.
Do you still have that gauge I gave you?
Ah, yes. What do you want me to do with it?
Take his blood
Use it
pressure.
on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
And go! Run! Quick! Flee! Bye! Oh, hi.
He sat like a statue of a sack of potatoes. But the... I'm Dr. Stobart.
It's this guy again!
Bonjour, docteur.
Really? Okay.
Have you seen any suspicious characters on the ward?
Yeah, I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
No, this was a tatty old bear.
Is this
How's the bear
the same
acting
guy, or is it like
suspiciously?
his brother?
Well,
I don't know.
he was wearing a
'Cause that's
homburg.
not the same
Is that
voice,
against the law?
for sure.
No, but it's pretty weird for a bear.
Can you think of any
Sensible? No. Puerile? Yes, but you've probably thought of those already.
Do you recognize...
No, I
Do you
don't get...
Cute? Okay.
What does this tissue suggest
I won't.
to you?
It looks as if it has been used to wipe Satan's bottom.
I hate to say it, but you could be right. Would you like to shake hands?
What for?
As a gesture of goodwill.
On reflection? No.
Everyone is so cold in this game.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Branding mice without bending down.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamet?
No. It sounds Middle Eastern.
Are you Thomas Merlin of Gruber Electronics?
No.
Then you won't be needing this. Do you recognize this gem?
It isn't an emerald, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think it is, unless that color is wrong.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, Doc. Right behind this ear door.
Marquet is
This ear
just the
door.
man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you. He has anthrax.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks. Catch you later, officer.
Alright, so nothing over here, I take it? Nope. Well, let's just head in then. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Marquet?
Yes.
Oh,
I am Marquet. I've been
he looks way worse here than he does in the image.
What are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lachmar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassin.
Assassin. Assassins?
Not me. I never inhaled.
So.
And then he
you
just
will
sits
sit
down, like, crosses his
in my
legs, like,
place.
tell me about your problems.
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grandmaster. Quickly tell him that I have found the tripod right here in Paris.
You have it?
Not yet, but it's being taken
Well, it's in the
care of
museum, you know
by
that.
hired a couple of stupid
Oh, not those two again, please.
Petty crime.
Would that be Flap and
Oh,
Guido by any
God.
chance?
You
Well,
know
of
them
course.
as for Klaus there. He is gone off to Syria on a wild goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
He has a theory about the location of the...
Don't die. Don't die. He died. Okay.
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that...
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
Ah, there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right.
He's
The
being
doctor's
killed.
in there with him.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter.
And he's dead. Well, not
The
him.
door's
but...
locked. Help me, officer.
Stand back, monsieur.
How dramatic.
Hello, George.
Hello, Nico. Would you like to shake
Hey,
my hand?
Nico, shake hands with me.
No chance, Buster.
Too bad. Blood pressure.
Maybe not.
Gem
Do you want to
again.
look after the gem?
No.
Alright, whatever. Let's talk
I
about
found
this.
Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah, killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man? Was it Khan?
No, I don't know
Maybe
who he
me.
was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window.
Wow. Is that like murder?
Have you ever heard of the Hashiashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were
They didn't
his
say
biggest enemy.
Hashishin.
His
said
biggest enemy was the
Hashashin.
bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again. Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves. Let's take another...
Guess I'll look at this.
They're between... There's a... But the...
So I need to
I'm
find the
not true.
Grand Master, whoever that is.
Did I show you this...
Yes, you did.
Huh?
Oh, okay. Well,
I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which
What
one?
weirdo?
Rousseau or Sergeant Moon?
oh, yeah.
Oh, but you're referring to Andre.
I'll let you work it out.
Alright, so... I'm just gonna check here. Yeah, nothing. So, I guess I'm going to the police station? But, what happens if I go, like, here? I don't think there's gonna be anything here. I don't want to check this. There's no need. Over here... Don't think I can do anything else. I guess I can check if the professor is in. Oh, he is! Huh. Well, let's talk to him then. Save the game. And saving on the save that I didn't load, just in case.
Pardon me. Oui, monsieur? Thanks.
Alright, let's talk to this guy. Oh, I should have looked at him, but
I beg your pardon. Are you André Lobineau?
What?
That's me. You want my
Who's this?
autograph?
No. I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
I
My
don't
name
remember
is George
him at all.
Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
Shake hands with
I'd
me.
like to shake you by the hand, André.
Not now, Georgie.
Oh. Can I take your blood pressure?
What is
So I'll
this
just
tissue?
use the, useless things
Take a look
first.
at this.
It really doesn't.
Does the guy...
No.
Do you...
No.
What do you...
Interesting. Where did you get it?
From a dig in Paris.
Vraiment? I didn't realize there were any excavations in progress in the city.
Does this match...
Alamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Oh,
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm not too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
What do you make of...
Nah,
let's... Sure.
What do you make of this?
it's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Pegram? Professor Nigel Pegram? He's in Ireland, investigating a Templar site, isn't he?
He was, until he disappeared.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so. You're not one of those crazies who think the Templars still exist, are you?
Well, I try to keep an open mind on the matter.
Well, the Templars obviously still exist. What is this? The mural thing? The hanging man?
Does the name Montfaucon mean
okay.
anything to you?
Sure. It was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands. A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
That explains the image of the hanged man.
And he's so happy!
I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn. Where was the site of Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin, but there's nothing there now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
I'd like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy of the text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I was kind of hoping you'd help decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript? I'd love to see that for myself.
Well, I'll hold off on that and talk about other stuff.
Can you tell me anything about the Knights Templar?
I sure can, Georgie. Soldiers, diplomats, mercenaries, monks, bankers, you name it, the Templars fit the bill. The greatest fighting force in Christendom, the militia of Christ.
Jeez. How did the Templars get their name?
From the building in which they set up their headquarters. The King of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. It was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon. The order became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and later as the Knights Templar.
You're a mine of information, Andre.
Glad
This is
to
actually
be
very
of help,
interesting.
Georgie.
How come the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant stream of new recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience. So, their money, goods, and lands were donated to the order. The Templars soon held land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
Is it true the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found?
Who knows? So little knowledge of what really happened remains. Or, if it does, the truth has never been made public.
What do you mean by that?
The Templars have attained mythological status, like the King Arthur of the Britons. There are people even now who say the Templars still exist.
Do you think that's likely?
No, not for a minute.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place?
I heard them planning the raid.
They're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Great.
Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Because I'd never see it again.
But don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
I get your point.
Pegram.
Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
Murder.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Oh, right.
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim
Why did he
sect
say
whose
Hai
name
Shai
became
whatever
synonymous
before?
with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language, Assassini, the assassin.
Yeah, exactly.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legend surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
That still doesn't really explain the name, if they were already called the Hashashin.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah. Not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman.
Okay.
This friend who has the manuscript?
Oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
She lives at 361
What? Wait,
Rue
what?
Jarry.
Ah,
What?
I know it well.
Wait,
I'll
George,
drop by.
what are you doing?
Just as
Hold
soon
on.
as I can.
What? He just said, I'd better check with her, but she lives here.
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
That's very strange. And we haven't read this in quite a while. What have I not read? Let's find out. Oh, all the way from here. Okay, Nico will be impressed. I figured out how to open the secret door under the castle, which revealed my next big clue. And wait, haven't I read this? I have read this. I'm pretty sure. Hanging man. Heading over to the local hospital. Marquet thought I was some sort of assassin. Seems someone is trying to stop him reforging a sword? What? He wanted me to deliver the gem to some guy called the Grand Master. What? When did we find this out? I don't remember this at all. Marquet said that those two thugs from the hotel would try to steal the tripod. He also mentioned someone called Klausner, who is the assassin which might have followed... What? Might have followed to Syria? Who the assassin might have followed to Syria. Very confusing. It is very confusing, jeez. But before I could get any explanation, I was ordered out by a doctor who wasn't a real doctor, because he then murdered Marquet. Though these people certainly don't mess around. Wow, that Lavinal guy is such a jerk. Look at me, look how much I know about the Knights Templar. What the hell is wrong with you, George? He was really helpful and gave us lots of information. You... what? I don't get this game. Well, I guess he did know about the Hashashin, and he knew about Montfaucon and where I need to head. This game is weird as hell. Before I go to Rosso, I'm gonna head back to Nico's place, and oh...
Hello, George.
okay.
Do you think the assassin...
I don't think
Nope.
this...
Nope. Alright.
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was
Oh.
lovely to see him again. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the
Maybe I
Night
should
Christ
have
to
asked
take
her
back to the
just
museum.
to see what she
I
said.
believe he's identified the family who
Like,
bears
maybe
that
she would have
crest.
given some...
I sure hope so.
Alright,
better
so
get
I don't think there's anything else here. I actually think I might do that, so... oh, I can't save here. So I'm gonna head back to the museum, and then I'm just gonna try to use this mouse. I'm gonna save on just a third save, because why the hell not? Oh, and I didn't call it anything. Hold on. Let's just name it Trilag 2. Here we go. And I'll be right back. So I'm just gonna head back quick and check with Nico, see if she says like, oh, I know him, he's a good friend. And then she might give some backstory or something. We'll see.
Hello, George.
Nope. Nothing. Weird. Okay, I guess I'm
I'll
just
let
loading
you
then.
work it out. Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie. Hey, I visited Nicole's apartment.
Yeah, she told me you came by.
Ooh, quite a fine Georgie boy. I
Wow.
didn't expect anything quite so
Wow.
sexy.
I hope you're referring to
Jeez.
the manuscript.
Oui, of course.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
What did you make of the manuscript?
It dates from the time of the Crusades.
We guessed that from the Templar seal.
It's a story and pictures like a modern-day comic book.
What story does the manuscript tell?
I don't know. It was probably produced for the tourist market.
Tourists?
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries. Ever since Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
Have you deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference to Mithras,
Who's he?
a Persian god, almost as popular as Christ at one time. The only thing I can be sure of is the knight. He's Spanish.
How can you tell that?
The writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria. No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have borne a coat of arms like that.
Can you identify the knight's coat of arms?
I already did, Georgie. He's a member of the De Vasconcelos family from the Costa Calida.
Were they
Is
famous?
that where we're going
No.
next?
They're
Spain?
not mentioned after the 15th century.
That might be interesting.
The spotlight of history moved on. They are probably long dead.
Alright.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
So, I guess I will end it here. And next time we will go, well, we'll go here and we'll talk to Rosso, I guess. So, just saving. Thank you very much for watching this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!